Marcus, how do you think practice has been going so far?
I think practice is going really well. Sometimes coach will even have to end practice because we're playing so hard, but we're really physical once you put the pads on. Running hard, defense running to the ball, offense giving full effort every play, and I think practice is really going well.
What's the biggest difference you noticed from the first couple of years of this time of year and to today?
Definitely a lot. You see a lot more effort now. Practice. In the previous years, defense, even offense, like we just be okay, like loafing around, not running to the ball, stuff like that. But now, like, it's really coming from the players to, run to the ball, give full effort every play, and so that's definitely a very big step in the right direction.
Was there something that you wanted to work on in particular today during the scrimmage?
Yeah, I always want to work on, running to the ball, giving full effort. A big thing for me that I've been working on with Coach Fizz and is definitely coming out of my routes. And so, every route I have, every chance I get to run a route, I'm always trying to run it the best I can, be really clean out at the top of the route.
Well, what are you seeing from some of the younger guys who are kind of coming up in the system, receivers?
Oh, yeah, the young guys, they can definitely play, Fleeks, Taekwon, Jackson, Yusuf, they can all play. It's Fleeks and Taekwon and Jackson's second year, so they're really starting to get the offense down better. We're really starting to learn a lot more football, passing that knowledge on to these young guys, helping them read defenses, stuff like that. And so they're definitely going to be players for us this year.
You've been around some pretty good receiver rooms, but is this, as far as deep and talented, is this one of the best you've been in?
Oh, absolutely. Just depth-wise, we have like 15 receivers, and they could all play at this level, and speed-wise, it's definitely the fastest receiver room I've ever been in, and so this is definitely a special room we have right here.
Think about where you were when you first came to Baylor to where you are entering this year. How much different does that feel? And just, I guess, just the experience, how neat is that?
That's definitely, it's definitely like, two opposite ends of the spectrum. I first came to Baylor, I was a walk-on, I was just kind of blending in, just going to practice, trying to, just trying to make a name for myself, making plays. And now, I'm one of the senior guys, and I'm out here, coaching the younger guys up, and running with the ones. And so, it's definitely just like two opposite ends of the spectrum.
The coach talked about, sometimes using you as an example of kind of taking care of your business in all areas, in all aspects. Kind of, do you take that responsibility on yourself, or you just kind of try to do your own thing?
That's definitely a big responsibility for us seniors. It's we got to show these young guys how we do it around here at Baylor, and so, whether that's on the field, off the field, in terms of recovery, lifting, stuff like that, it's definitely a big responsibility for us to show the young guys how to work.
Where's that kind of that tenacity for wanting to do all of that and just putting all that on your plate and taking it head on? Where does that attitude come from?
I guess it's really just like, I just want to, like when Coach Phil talks about, we want to be a lead at everything we do. So, on and off the field, being a lead, doing everything we can. And so, it's not fair to myself, if I, slack off in one area of my life. And so, definitely trying to do the best I can in everything I do.
Coach Frizz was talking about the gold jerseys, which is
Yeah.
something new, designates the starters on offense. You had one of those today.
Mm-hmm.
It's got to be pretty good motivation, right, to get one? And
Yeah,
hang on to
definitely.
it?
Yeah, when we first started, I actually didn't have one, and so I was running with the twos at that point, and so it was like, you can take it two ways. You can either be down that you don't have the gold jersey, or be like, well, now I got to work to earn that jersey, and so, and then once you have it, you're like, I can either relax, or, keep working to keep that jersey, and so I definitely think it's a cool idea. Defense has been doing that since the spring with the black jerseys, and so I think it's definitely cool to bring it to offense.
Frizz
Do
mentioned.
you look at yourself maybe a little differently now, as maybe as a guy who needs to be a leader instead of a guy who's trying to earn a scholarship?
Yeah, definitely. Like I was saying earlier, just like when I first got here, just trying to blend in, and now being one of the older guys, trying to set those examples and trying to lead the young guys in the right way, in the right path.
Frizz mentioned you can play pretty much anywhere on the field. Is there one specific place that you feel the most comfortable that you can really excel?
I've been playing a lot of outside this camp, and so I definitely think that's a place that I could excel. Even in the slot though too. That's a lot of what I played last year in a 4-wide package, and so really anywhere I think on the field I could excel. So.
What's the comfort level now with Charlie going into year 3 with him?
Oh, it's fantastic. It's everyone's third year in the offense, and I'm third year with Charlie at this point, and so just being able to like read each other, you know, how we're running. He knows how we're running routes, you know, how we know how he's gonna throw the ball to us, and so definitely just that that chemistry that we all have, like quarterbacks and receivers, is definitely a really good step.
How much is Coach Frizz focusing on physicality, your blocking in particular, with you guys as a unit, and do you see that starting to take hold with some guys becoming more physical?
Yeah, definitely. You know, I mean, Fitz talks about it. You know, we can't catch a pass every play. You know, and so whenever we have run plays, you know, we got to be on the edge blocking or come down on safeties and block. And so that's definitely a step that we need to take as a unit, I believe. It's like in our physicality, but we're definitely making steps. You know, we do blocking drills, we do blocking periods and stuff like that, perimeter periods, and so I definitely think that we'll make great strides there before we start the season.
You seen a difference in Denzel this year, maybe even compared to last year or 2 years ago?
Yeah, Denzel, I mean, he's always been physical, but he's always caught the ball well, you know, run well. I can see him nowadays, though. He's showing a lot more effort just, like, down the field, you know. Even if he's not getting the ball, he's running harder. And that's kind of something we have as a unit, you know, like, we got to be our brother's keeper. And so even if we're not getting the ball, we're trying to get someone else open, you know, and he's definitely bought into that concept.
When do you sleep, Marcus? Your work schedule and all the we know what the football program asks of you guys as well. How do you handle all that?
You know, just time management. It's like, I mean, if like just like now, like we have this break right here, like I could go home and nap, or you know, I could go home and do my homework that I have to do. And so it's those tough choices like that. And I mean, yeah, just trying to stay on top of all my schoolwork, stuff like that.
So you're going to